Okay, so I'm not good at this. But yeah, you're probably watching this on YouTube and wondering what the fuck is going on. I'm absolutely ripping another content creator because I'm absolutely ripped right now. This isn't something fucking new. Gaming commentary channels are new, but like, yeah, I've never done one. And I'm trying to learn how to, like, calm the fuck down. And I just watched Goblin's video on him creating a or his first time his creation, and being I introduced him to my chat for the first time as a content creator because I usually don't sit and watch other people talk because I talk. um and I wanted to tell you guys about the first time I smoked weed because he mentioned that, like, I didn't really get high the first time I smoked weed. I got high the second time, and I was like, "Yo, that would be a perfect story," because I've been dying to tell some of these. As you can tell, we do 420 story hour anyway, regardless, on my Twitch channel. So you should definitely go check that out. Link in the description down below. Okay, so let's just jump right the fuck into this. I'm smoking now, so if you're not smoking while you're watching this video, you're fucking up the game. Go grab that blunt. I'm gonna give you like 5 seconds in real time to go grab that, light that shit up. All right, you got it. Let's party. So the first time I smoked weed, it was, I believe, it was April 17th, 2014. Why do I remember the date? Because I'm fucking weird like that, and that's how that shit works. Um, the thing that, like, will always shock me about this day is that my plans for what I was going there for had nothing to do with that whatsoever. And sometimes I feel like I think that's, to be quite honest, I really feel like that's everybody's experience with it. Like, you don't know why you're there. You don't know why you're choosing to, like, smoke, but like it just makes sense at the time. I can't speak for everybody, but I also know people who that doesn't apply to. So, like, yeah, I was there, blah blah blah. So I went to Staten Island because I was supposed to do a photo shoot with my friend Rachel. So I'm taking this very early because I was a table tennis instructor at a school at one time, at that time. And so what what I was planning to do was get there early enough so I could do the photo shoot. And the ferry on strict schedules, I could take the ferry back at a decent time to get to the school. Luckily for me, the school was near the ferry. So it wasn't like I had to travel super far each way. So I was already like, boom, bada bing. It's perfect. Let's fucking go. Get there on time. I remember I was one of them ferry chasers, and I realized the whole problem is that if I didn't get on the ferry at the right time, the next ferry would be too late for me to be able to, relax, sit down, talk, blah blah blah, this and that. So I get there, plenty of time to spare. She come pick me up. We're sitting, we're chatting. We go drive to the house. We drive it to the house, and we get there, and nobody's there. And she's like, "Well, I'm actually cleaning the house out because I'm moving." I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I remember." She's like, "I have my friend coming as well, Dina. Will that be okay? Do you think you could shoot both of us?" And I was like, "Sure. Like, what's up? What's popping? I'm getting paid for this too. Like, absolutely. Let's rock." So we get there, and the moment I sit down, I remember we went through the house, we sat down in the back, and you know how I want you to really tap in on this one. You know how it feels when the sun is just like hitting super fucking hard during, like, spring, when it's just cold enough that you gotta wear a sweater but not warm enough, but like the sun give you that heat, and it kind of becomes this like parallel between There's no wind, so it's just chilly enough. It's that sweet weather spot where like 1 degree in each direction could make you feel better or worse. You know what I mean? Like, I should have worn less, or I should have worn more. It was right at that weather point, and I just, oh man, I kill for that weather. It felt, a little bit better. I guess where we were at, better air. Whatever. So we get there, and I remember we walked through the house, sat down, and I was like, this is a great feeling. Um, what y'all finna do? Because we got some time to kill before the photo shoot. And they were like, well, I was actually gonna call my guy to go get some bud. And I was like, bud? Yeah, I remember this conversation word for fucking word, bro. Um Oh man, I was like, bud, do you mean like weed? She's like, yeah, dub. And then I had heard her again. And I recognized all of a sudden, oh, you said you called your man to get a dub, not bud. But yeah, it was a dub anyway. So like we just ended up there. But me being awkward and shit, this is the conversation that I chose to have instead of like what I wanted to ask, which was, hey, could I smoke with you? I don't know what possessed me at that time to make that decision. It just felt like it was the right place at the right time, and it made complete sense for me to try it with these people. Rachel's been my homegirl since like the beginning of time, when I finally like went out and saw the world. Like, I've seen that girl through some of her biggest accomplishments. I've seen that girl through some of like worst shit she's been through. By and by, she's done the same for me. That's real shit right there. And like, she's trusted me with like big questions about her identity and her life. Like, you don't do that for people who you don't fuck with. Anyway, so Rachel was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a dub, $20." Um, and I'm like, "Oh, okay. So what's up? Like, you trying to smoke? Have you ever smoked before?" And I was like, "No." So he's like, "Oh shit, it'll be your first time. Let's go." We start talking about some random bullshit. Bud man pull up, got the dub. They did that thing that people do when they don't have a grinder, and they like crush it, but just bally enough that it's like, wow, those pieces are too big, but small enough that it'd be like, I guess it could burn. And it was in one of those nice purple, um, it was in one of those nice purple bowls, the nice long ones that I guess used to be popular back in 2014. Um, it had the like nice, it was a small hole, but it had like a nice wide bowl shape. And it generally had like it was like fish shaped, if you want to even call it that. And like, it had the long stem and those type of bowls, and they had like the swirly designs on it or whatever. People were really working on their stained glass around this time. So sure, yeah, like absolutely. Um, so they crush it, and they both take a hit of it first because they like, we just trying to smoke. And I'm like, in the back of my head, I remember this woman who used to come to my house, and her name was Mary. And Mary like used to be the only person I knew at that time that smoked something that like made the whole house smell. Like, I just remember the pungent smell of what that was. And a part of me was like, yo, I remember that smell. And I used to remember that I thought it was like the worst shit ever, because it was like, damn, what you smoking that got the whole shit smelling like and I always used to associate that smell with 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 green. Very earthy, very like it was like there was the smell of weed in the hood. I can't replicate that for you past that point. You just gonna have to hit the vibe with me. 2005 was a crazy time, but 2002 was even different, baby. Yo, so they passed the bowl to me, and I'm like, okay, Marquise, here's your chance to really show them that you're an adult. You just turned 21. Fuck it. We're going to go crazy. We're going to try weed. We're going to try all the drugs. I want to try acid, shrooms. I want to do all that. I, in fact, did not do any of that for the course of that year. My first acid trip, I think, was when the fuck was my first acid trip? You think it would be monumental? It couldn't have been. That's what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. Fuck it. We'll talk about that later when I get the details. If I remember the day, I could tell you what happened. I'm trying to remember why I bought it in the first place. I remember my first acid trip. Fuck, bro. And I remember my first shrooms trip. Oh, we got two more stories. Anyway, to continue on, I hit the bowl, right? I did the thing that Goblin said. You gotta inhale it first, pull the bowl away, take another breath in. That's specifically what I was taught to do. So I did that. And when I tell you, I felt this insane, like, I thought the world's colors had opened, bro. I swear this was the vision of God. This had to have been how God originally planted this earth. Like this was the site that we were supposed to have, and they stole it from us. They stole it from us. The colors all around me shifted into this HDR setting type shit. I just remembered that I could touch time. And I knew I was high and everything became crystallized. It really felt like an experience you could only have once. It really, hey, hey, it really felt like this, like this. Everything was, I could track the motions of my hands. I could, I could, I could open the, 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 the pleasure void of time and space. And like, I can't even, because I remember it so clearly. Oh my God. But I just remember saying to myself, oh shit, there's no going back from this. Like there's no going back from this. There's no you can't take this shit back. This is a commitment. You committed to doing drugs. I remember I specifically said that you committed to doing drugs. I was such a nerd, yo. Even though like there was cuz I had just remembered all the teachers that had told me, don't smoke drugs, don't do this, don't do that. And I remember all the I remember all the like Dare commercials. Of course, I remember the fucking Truth commercials. The fucking deflated girl. The fucking deflated girl was definitely like a mainstay in my fucking memory. And I just remember saying to myself, like, fuck, bro, this is it. And I started getting nauseous because I could feel everything. That weed pulsated through my system. Everything was like, I felt like I was heavy as fuck. Yes, yo, there it is. That's a perfect way to explain it. Yes, this is why people get addicted. Yes, that's the thought. Specifically, bar for bar, word for word. I swear to God, I'm not stealing it from chat. That was the conclusion I had made. This shit is cool. There's no way this is bad. Everything opened up for me. I felt the sun through my eyeballs. And I was like, this is that Tony Hawk's Project 8 winter release type of fucking air. This is that I just got home from the library because I don't have a computer at my house and nobody was at the library for 3 hours, so I got to use the computer longer and I caught up on mad Bleach episodes type of weather. That made me feel all of that. I channeled everything I ever thought into this. Like, I felt like that was a culmination point on God. or like that was a culmination point for me. And I got so nauseous. I remember she asked me, she put her hand on my right shoulder. She was like, "Do you need water?" She has the sweetest fucking voice. I love her to death. Oh my God, do you need water, sweetie? And I was like, "Yeah, I think so." And I just remember I started pacing. No, I was rocking, sorry, not pacing. And I was like, yo, this shit feel crazy, but it feel type good though. Why did they? And I remember sitting at the fucking wall, saying to myself, yo, like, this is an amazing experience. Why would you not want people to have this? I used to ask that question a lot. Why would you? Why would you? Yeah, I had great partners, or I guess I would say I had great sitters for my first smoke session. Um, they made it so simple, and it was like not overwhelming. And after about like an hour and a half, we we oh, I wish I could show y'all the pictures we took. We did the photo shoot and the pictures came out crazy. The pictures came out crazy. The pictures came out crazy. And I wish I could show y'all. But then panic set in. Because if you've never smoked weed before, and you also have a shit-tastic way of eating, everything builds up to you need food. You thought the story was over? No, it get worse. So there I am, barbecue sauce on my titties, trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to survive. Quite literally, like the worst, the worst, the worst echoed, like, wait, no, it'll be over soon, right? As I plead to them. You thought I wasn't in the story. I'm still in the story. And they looked at me when I said, "Yo, it'll be over soon, right? Like, how long does this last? Like an hour or so?" And they were like, "Sweetie, no, this is your first time smoking. You're gonna be high for like the next 8 hours." And I was like, 8 hours. 8 hours. I can't do this for no 8 hours. Nah. So of course I started panicking. And at this point, I'm not as composed as I am in today's modern world. So what you're seeing right now is the addition of literally years upon years upon years upon years of work. It took me a long time to get to this point. Don't take it for granted. So back then, I had no composure. And I need to remind you, I told you, I had work literally at this point in time in an hour. We had to leave an hour early to catch the ferry, and we didn't want to get on the one that was too early because I was still really, really fucking high. So now we've got a huge fucking point. A huge fucking point. That now I have realized that I'm not even going to be as high as I'm going to be, and I have to go manage 25 unruly fucking middle schoolers. Now, when I tell you, my G, when I tell you I feel like I'm gonna die, I really mean I'm gonna die. This shit crazy. Crazy. I am panicking up and down the roof, and I'm only getting higher. So they're like, first, you can't worry about it right now because it's not like you can go right now. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. So we did the photo shoot, and I'm chilling. We're chilling. We're getting great ass photos. I'm sitting, I'm enjoying, I'm talking my bullshit, and it's time to go. We get there, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm going to be so fucking high. Get to the ferry. We depart. I would have fucking beat someone up for a sandwich, yo. I was so hungry. But I had to catch the ferry. There was no time to bet on the ferry or whatever like restaurant I went to within the ferry being able to fix the food fast enough. And Subway was all the way down at the end of the ferry. So there was nothing I could do. I had to just walk to the ferry. So I'm sitting there super hungry. I cross the ferry. I'm back in Manhattan. I got like 20, 30 minutes until work starts. And when work starts, I clock in and then I wait for another 30 minutes after I set up the tables. So here I am staring at everything and everyone, wondering, can they smell me? Do they know? Can they smell me? Do they know? I'm walking through the streets of Manhattan and I pop over to the school and I turn as I hit the corner because you had to access it a very weird way. As I hit the corner, I look back and I see a buffet. I see the buffet and I'm like, all right, I've got to hit this buffet up. Walk the fuck in the buffet and I'm like, let's go. It's like $5 a pound. I'm going to murder this shit. I got so much rice. Insert worst comment you could make here. Like, simple as that. I got so much rice. The meat I got was crazy. It was so good. I remember the meat. It was it was just this nice ass food, and I got some chicken wings too. And these wings, I don't know what it was about these. Oh man, these wings just had the perfect skin, the perfect. It felt like even though shit had been sitting there, it was cooked just now. It was it was so surreally dead ass a fucking RDC World skit where they went to the when they went to the Jamaican John. It was in a basement. They had the whole basement out. The food was laid out. It was beautiful and it was weird at the same time. I think I paid $7 for that food. I think there was at least $40 worth of food on that plate. That place don't exist no more, and I'm already sad about it. To continue onwards, I told you I'm really smacked, really stoned. I got this iced tea. I went up, and the kids were already there. So I couldn't eat. Couldn't eat. But then they had a fire drill. So I was like, let's go. Chewing my food, trying to get as much of it down. And remember, I'm smacked. So like I gotta pay attention and shit. So like I manage all of this. We get back upstairs and I start the lesson and I tell them, hey guys, and this is what I said, word for word, bar for bar. Hey guys. And I said it in this voice too. Hey guys. Today Mr. Marquise is not feeling so good. And I just want today to be a day that we can relax, chill. I know we have our fun. I know some people, want to act a certain way. I know some people have the. If we could just have one good day, could today be that day? Could we have just one chill day? Look at me. I'm chill. I'm chill. I'm real chill. Can we be chill today? You thought the story was over? Nah, it gets worse. And it gets worse real fucking fast. So they all agree to it. So I'm like, yes, I am smacked. I am high as fuck. As long as this day goes, I'm good. And back then, this is when kids had this meme about like drinking green tea because it was healthy. I forgot specifically who started it. I really forgot who started it, but it just devolved into, yo, drink some tea, bro. Be chill. Be some drink. Drink some tea, bro. I forgot where that fucking thing came from, and that's surprising because I know everything. Um, but they saw me with my tea, so they was making that joke, drink some tea, drink some tea. And at some point in the lesson, I'm supposed to show them a new skill or a new way to play a drill and then practice with them all. And I'm sitting there just kind of relaxing, hitting the ball. I don't need to try too hard. It's fucking kids I'm teaching here, unless they're really serious about playing serious. And I don't feel like playing serious today because, I'm smacked as fuck. So the kids are supposed to go in a circle around. And some of them start like walling out. And I'm like, yo, 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 yo. Can we just be chill? Come on, you see me? I'm not yelling. I'm being quiet. I'm chilling. Can you chill? I guess I said chill too many times. Cuz one of the kids opened their fucking mouth and said, "Mr. Green, are you high?" And I felt like Aizen Sosuke's Kyoka Suigetsu opened and he just said, "You are not to perceive the next millisecond of your existence." Like, I was just told, halt. I swear to God, Gojo Satoru's fucking infinity Myoroshiku. Infinity Void, like, right there, the two fingers. And for this cracked second, my brain said, you should say yes. And I said in the back of my head, this big ass wave of a voice came up and said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Calm down. And I looked at him so I looked at him so like I looked at him so shockingly like, of course not. What are you talking about? I don't do that. You guys know me. I'm just trying to be relaxed and calm for a day. Why does that mean I gotta be smoking weed? And the kid said, I think Mr. Green is high. He needs to drink some tea. And if I could have called Saitama, if I could have called Saitama and fucking told him to punch a hole through this kid's past and future lineage, just wipe these motherfuckers off the map, I would have accepted it right then and there for a fucking $20 bill. I swear to God, if I could, I wanted to obliterate this kid. I never felt so much panic in my life. I had teachers' aides, you know, the little, like the teenagers that work under you when you. I had some 17-year-olds and they were looking at me mad suspicious. And I was like, I'll cut you too. I don't give a fuck. Please don't blow my spot right now. Like, y'all making it extra loud. I didn't smell like weed, thank God. We took care of all of that. So it wasn't that. There wasn't that issue. So I finished the shift successfully. I run it, nobody's hurt, nobody's nothing. I go home, I'm still high. I ran on that train, and that train ride was one of the most paralyzing shits ever because I was like, everybody can tell I'm high, everybody can tell I'm high. I get home. I still got the food. Oh, now I don't got shit to worry about. Back then, we used to have this couch that I would sleep on. And the couch that we had was it was a futon, a pull-out bed. So I could choose to sleep on the pull-out version of obviously. I chose to sit down and there was this fucking weird ass, I don't know, was it a football game or something on? This is back when I used my television for more than like the dumb shit. And I had a smaller computer monitor. I remember putting on some sports thing or something was on television. And I just remember destroying that food. Absolutely murdering that plate. I think I ate the plastic if I want to be like hilariously funny. And I fell asleep so soundly that I remembered saying, if I ever needed to just go straight to sleep, this is the fuck how you do it. I remember saying, this is the fuck how you do it. And somehow that fails in comparison to the next 5 stories I guess I have for you. I'm one of those sucky ass YouTubers, so I'm not gonna link you to it. I do political content as well. I do gaming content as well. So I guess like you're gonna have to like catch me when I do it. But leave a comment below letting me know if any of this was relatable to you. I had mad fun finally sticking to a topic and not letting my ADHD wander. This was dope. I'm gonna talk next time about my second time smoking weed. My third time really smoking weed. The time some weird girl I was in a pseudo relationship with had me travel all the way to Brooklyn to buy her and her underage friend weed, and she didn't tell me that her friend was underage, so it was really weird. I want to tell you about the time I smoked weed and took photos at a hardcore show. I want to tell you about the time I smoked weed with this girl who effectively told me I was ugly, so she wouldn't date me. And then I'm gonna tell you about my first shroom trip and my first acid trip. So we got plenty of shit to talk about, and you should come check it out. Links in the description down below. Yeah, that's it for now, and have a great day. Wow, that shit's 35 minutes. Hope you watched that shit.